Well, here we are. This is Brother Rick Muhammad, the basketball post-game room, and we have one of our very active ball players and guests of the basketball post-game room, our brother Desmond Big Rock Jenkins. And just happened to run into the brother walking down Port Washington. But anyway, Desmond,
What to do?
yeah, he said we're gonna ask how you doing today.
I'm good, man. You know, working, trying to make a living.
Yeah, we sitting up in this nice, fine automobile. Got the air on.
It's all right.
It's 87 degrees outside. You know, he saw a brother walking, and he said, "Man, come on."
Take a load off.
Yeah, he said, "Take a load off." So we've been sitting here talking, but I'm just gonna ask him a few questions about basketball here in the city of Milwaukee over the last 30 years, and what he sees, and maybe some of his opinions. So, Desmond,
Yes, sir.
what high school did you attend?
James Madison.
James Madison, the Mighty Green Knights. All right, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Over your tenure, we was at James Madison. What sports did you play?
A little bit of football and mostly basketball.
You say you played mostly basketball. That's what I'm saying. Now, who was your coach when you was at James Madison?
Terry McKissick.
Terry McKissick.
Yep.
All right. As far as what you've seen in the changes in basketball here in the city of Milwaukee, what are some of your likes and dislikes?
Well, I like that we got a little. It seemed like we got a little more exposure than we used to have. I guess the likes of Latrell and Devin have put a light on us, and obviously AAU, since we get a little exposure in AAU. But it would be a time when the likes of Kevin Looney and the JB Takotos, they wouldn't get noticed just because they played here. So it's a lot of guys that paved the way for us to get some shine. Milwaukee is a place people know they can come ball and get a game.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Okay, what are your views on basketball on the youth today that you see? We see a lot of things you post in the basketball post-game room, and you got a lot of good points. Give us a few things of what your likes and dislikes.
One, well, I like the fact that they get a lot of exposure. I love that. I shouldn't say hate, I dislike how soft we've become as ball players. Like me and you was just talking about, there's no playground game no more. Everything is in the gym, and you know, that's fine and dandy when you're working out, but you learn your character, you learn your toughness, you get all that from the playground. You get all that from, you know, the bully of the court beating you up all while you playing, then taking your ball and telling you to get off the court. That's what's missing from our youth today, I think.
What impact do you think the city of Milwaukee and the county, when they built McGovern and Lincoln Park, what did that do to Warren basketball? And explain Warren basketball to some of our viewers that's going to be watching this video.
Well, you know, I'm kind of young when it comes to that. So when I just remember going to McGovern the ball because it was nice. But as far as Warren, man, I played for 24th Street, which is now McNair, and my uncle Kurt Owens is the one that got me into that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have played. I played a little bit at Garfield YMCA when it was on the other side of 12, and. But Warren, now, man, you go to one park and they all play in one place. I remember we used to have to go to the park and the environment was hostile. It was like the home, away, all that, man. See, to me, it just takes away from the ambiance, again, the character and the toughness you got to have to play in that league. I still think cats from back then is way better than cats from now. They might have more talent now, more athleticism and all that, but they're nowhere near better than the old cats. Nowhere near.
And who's your favorite NBA team?
Miami.
All right. The Miami Heat. That's what I'm talking about.
Contrary to popular belief, and for all y'all that be calling us Miami Cavaliers, I ain't gonna cuss. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cuss, but it's all about Miami, Wade County.
Yeah, this is a righteous video. It can't
Right,
do no
Wade
cussing on the
County.
video.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we good. You know.
Okay.
Hey,
Wade County.
that goes to the Owens boys that's gonna be watching this too. You know the Owens boys.
Right. The ringless cats.
Right.
You know, one of them gonna bring up Michael Jordan who ain't played in about 22 years. So
Right.
we ain't gonna count him. And one cat, he been killing at the Rutgers though. He got a ring at Rutgers.
Right.
So you know,
Right.
Kev.
Right.
Again, Kev was fried pickles. Kev, fried pickles. He'll know what I'm talking
about. Tell me this: of the 600, and I counted 75 members of the basketball post-game room that started in 2009. Who would be your top 5 best players in that room right now?
I don't know who's in the room. So I mean, I know who.
Whose game do you remember that you liked this in the room?
I remember seeing Mark Briggs. I remember seeing him because I didn't like Marshall. And then I did like UWM. So I remember Mark. The cat I remember, though, the cat I seen, Daryl Wright, man, I seen that cat up close and personal being under playing JV when he played varsity. I seen him drop 60 on Juno and then 40 and a half on Washington. I'm talking about Cal and Silas. So Daryl is off the charts. I don't know if anybody remember a cat named Joe Ebert. I think he played for Custer. Joe just had handles out this world, man. I know we always talk about Jose Winston and how good he was at Cal, but Joe Ebert, man, was off the rip. Let me see. Eric Keeler from North. Like I said, I don't know who's actually in the room. Levert. I went to Sherman Park Boys Club, and Levert Threes was one of the counselors there. And I remember, man, whenever him and Tree Gordon played each other at Sherman Park, it was a festival. I mean, them two cats used to go at it, man. I don't know if he remembered me like that, but man, I remember that was off the chain. If Vert and Tree playing, that was popping.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got 3 more questions. Milwaukee Bucks. Based on right now, we won't get into a deep conversation, but what place you think they might finish in the NBA Central this year?
In the Central?
Right.
Second. Behind the Bulls.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll take that back. Third, because I forgot Cleveland is in it. But Cleveland, Chicago, Milwaukee. I think they just jumped over Indiana. Jumped over Indiana, and Atlanta is finna fall off. So,
who's the best Division One ball program in the state?
State.
Rank those 4 teams: Green Bay, Marquette, UWM, and Wisconsin
first. I mean, they just put 2 cats in the NBA. You know, off the same team. Man, I mean, Green Bay might have jumped over Marquette, as much as I hate to say it. You still got to give Marquette the nod. Marquette, then Green Bay.
Okay.
And UWM, they just done failed completely off as far as Division One. I think are they still Division One?
Yeah, they still Division One.
Yeah, they is it the Horizon League?
Horizon,
yeah,
right?
You know,
right.
The league is.
You told UWM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The league is. I think that has to do a lot with the league, and of course they're fighting with Marquette and Wisconsin,
right?
And now UW Green Bay,
right?
For recruits, you know,
right.
It's like that's the afterthought when it was Craig, Mark, Mitchell, Craig Green, Mark Briggs, Craig Green, and Briggs. Man, they was good, man. They made it to the tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
They sure did.
But since then, it's like, you know.
And last question. Actually, what year did you graduate from high school?
94.
94. All right, Madison Knight. And my last question: give us your analysis on the Golden State Warriors. Have they changed the terrain of basketball with their style of play? And
nope.
And what is your opinion of the Golden State Warriors?
I don't think they changed anything. Just finally, somebody got to the playoffs and they was hot at the right time. They jumpers was falling at the right time. And, I mean, I'm not saying this just because I like LeBron, but they caught the Cavaliers right. I mean, they didn't have two cats playing. It's just that simple. Now, granted, they there, so you lace them up. They all men. You take your L. The L don't count no different as if they was, because they got lucky, too, getting there. I mean, you know, they had injuries in Atlanta and Chicago, so that's just how the game go. But you know, sometimes stuff just happen. The Ducks line up in a row. That's what happened.
Well, we like to thank.
They good though. Don't get me wrong. They good. And that boy, the chef, he cooks. He cooks. That other cat in Houston be impersonating the chef, but that boy in Golden State is the truth. And he got a valid second in Klay Thompson. Anytime you get two top tier at positions, top tier cats at position, you got a chance.
Okay.
So
okay.
they all right.
Well, we like to thank our brother Desmond Big Rock Jenkins for this first edition of what I'm going to call Courtside Conversation. And you will see more and more members. I'm going to try to find people and just get their opinions on the game, you know, their likes and dislikes. And we like to thank our brother Desmond. And
no doubt, man. Next time I'll get a haircut, man. You caught me on a bad day.
Hey, well, you know, we low budget. We low budget.
Hey,
this is a low budget filming. All right, we over and out. Peace.
All right, man.